Hey there, thanks so much for joining me in this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Check out some of my other videos and subscribe so we can stay connected. What is the best book you read over the past year? I love asking that question almost as much as I love sharing great book recommendations, which is what I'm going to do today. But before I dive in, I do want to acknowledge the fact that many people tell me that they really do want to read more, but they just don't have the time. And I totally get it. We all have a lot going on, but we also make time for the things that are important to us. And we can all find 10 to 15 minutes a day to read. And while it might not seem like a lot, those minutes really start to add up. There's also audiobooks, which makes it super easy to listen to books in the car while you're working out, doing chores at home, or whatever. So I get a lot of books from one of two apps, either Audible or Scribd. Both are awesome apps. I actually did a video reviewing them, so check that out if you want to hear some of the differences between the two. But hold on, before you do that, stay right here because I'm going to share some great books that, hey, you might want to pick up next. Number 1, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. The subtitle of this book is Negotiating as if your life depended on it. It's very intense. At first glance, you might think that this book is meant for lawyers or someone in sales, and that's it because it's all about negotiation. But it's really for everyone and amazing for entrepreneurs and leaders. Chris says everything in life is a negotiation. And as a former FBI hostage negotiator, I think he knows what he's talking about. Throughout the book, he shares incredible tips on how to become better at negotiating in every area of life. Think about it. Whether you are trying to negotiate a business deal, negotiating a salary for a new position, buying a car, or even when you're trying to get your kids to go to sleep at night, negotiation is definitely a skill worth improving. One of the reasons I love this book is the fact that he shares really great exercises we can actually start implementing right now, like in our next negotiation. He also explains the psychology behind why they work, which I find so fascinating. Negotiation begins with listening, making it about the other people, validating their emotions, and creating enough trust and safety to start a real conversation. We need to figure out what our counterpart actually needs and then get them safe enough to talk about what they want. Whether you are a CEO, you lead a team, or you are part of a team, these are important skills and you will absolutely be able to use what you learn in this book in every area of your life. Number 2, The One Thing by Gary Keller. You know, the founder of Keller Williams, the largest real estate company in the world. No big deal. I love this book for so many reasons because Gary tells us to think big but focus on one specific thing at a time. One of my favorite quotes from the book is, "If you chase 2 rabbits, you will not catch either one." And it's so true. Many of us are always trying to do so many things at once, but the problem is it's impossible to do them all well. When we focus on the right things, that's when success happens. Gary says the trick to success is to choose the right habit and bring just enough discipline to establish it, which means first, we have to spend some time figuring out what those right activities are. The entire book is based around what he calls the focus question, which is what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will become easier or unnecessary. How freeing is that? Everything will become easier or unnecessary. Yes, please. There is so much goodness packed in this book, including exercises we can apply to our lives immediately, including this one fun time blocking one where we need to 1, time block your time off, 2, time block your one thing, and 3, time block your planning time. I just love the power of this book. He keeps it simple. If we expect to achieve greatness in our business and life, we have to focus on one thing, one at a time. If you're feeling like you are just trying to accomplish way too many things at once, this book is definitely for you. And even if you're feeling focused, I find this to be one of those books totally worth picking up every now and then, just to get some good reminders. Number 3, The Ride of a Lifetime by Bob Iger. I read this book last year and it was definitely one of my favorites. I love reading biographies. It's such a great way to get a glimpse into someone's life and learn more about how they make decisions. Clearly, Bob has had an amazing and interesting career. And in his book, he shares his life and career starting from the very beginning when he was a studio supervisor at ABC, all the way up to his position as CEO at Disney. He seems like the coolest guy. And I also really love and appreciate his leadership style. You can just tell how much he values people. What's so cool about this book is all the stories he shares. He talks about the moment Steve Jobs told him his cancer was back, which, by the way, was minutes before they were about to announce the acquisition of Pixar. He talked about having to convince the Disney board that he was the change they needed while not criticizing Michael Eisner in the process. And the completely interesting conversations and journey it took to get George Lucas to sell Lucasfilms to Disney so they could acquire Star Wars. I mean, seriously, these are epic moments. And I love the tone of the book. He didn't make it sound like he had it all figured out every step of the way. In fact, he speaks openly about the times that he didn't feel 100% confident, which I think every leader can appreciate. I would so love the opportunity to spend time with him. He just seems so cool. Number 4, The Self-Reliant Entrepreneur by Jantsch. This book is much different than his others, including Duct Tape Marketing, which is also a great book. This one includes 366 daily meditations to feed your soul and grow your business. So for each day, he shares a great quote, followed by a story, and then the best part is the challenge question at the end, and that's what we get to answer every day. The reason I love this book for entrepreneurs is that it allows us space to reflect on the different things happening in our business and life, which honestly, sometimes we just don't make time for. So this book makes it really easy to include reflection as part of our daily routine. And these prompts are a great way to start or end your day. Number 5, The Culture Solution by Matthew Kelly. Obviously, as the CEO of Floyd Consulting, which is a Matthew Kelly company, I might be just a little biased on this one since my team and I work with leaders and leadership teams and teach this stuff all day, every day. But honestly, how can I not include it? It's an amazing book. It helps teach teams how to work together more effectively and create an incredible company culture, which honestly is the most important thing for any organization. We're talking dynamic cultures where people love coming to work because everyone feels like they're accomplishing great things. In the book, Matthew shares the 6 immutable principles of a dynamic culture. And each of them works together to create incredible teams who have the tools necessary to be more focused, effective, and productive. Great cultures have a clearly defined mission and vision, and everyone on the team understands how their role helps to achieve that mission. And this book shows you how to do that. It also discusses the importance of a great hiring process, having a strategic plan, and what to do to eliminate the expectations gap. I could go on and on. It's an amazing book. Just get it. And there you have it. 5 books I think every entrepreneur will find valuable. I hope you're excited to read at least one of them. I will leave the links below so you can grab one of your favorites. I would love to know if you've read one of these books and what you thought of it. What did you learn? What were some of the aha moments that you got out of them? Or if you want to leave a comment and let me know one of your book recommendations, I would love that too, because I am always up for a great read. I hope you found this video valuable. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and I would also love for you to subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected. I will see you next time.